What if I told you that aligning your vibration with the whole doesn't require years of study or mystical journeys to the Himalayas? That the secret isn't in doing more, but in feeling better. There is a higher intelligence, present, alive, real, that responds to your attention, your awareness, and the way you show up in the now. When you align, everything changes. Doors open, answers arrive, and the most surprising thing, what once felt distant, starts seeking you. In this video, you'll discover how to move between worlds, the outer and the inner, the visible and the invisible, and how to use your vibration as a master key to unlock a new reality. But first, take a deep breath, because what you're about to learn here, this isn't just information, it's a reminder of what your soul already knew. The universe, for those who truly observe, works like a silent mirror. It doesn't respond to words themselves, but to the vibration behind them. Everything around you, people, experiences, challenges, acts like a stage that reflects the attention you give. Have you noticed that what you ignore simply disappears from your experience? It's almost magical. When you withdraw focus from something negative, it loses its power. It's as if life says, "Oh, this doesn't interest you. Then I won't insist." This phenomenon may seem counterintuitive, but it's incredibly practical. Picture a news channel that only shows tragedy. If you watch it every day, your self-image begins to shape itself through fear, without you even realizing it. Now try shifting your focus. Meditate for 10 minutes, listen to music that uplifts your awareness, or write down 3 things you're grateful for upon waking. The difference in your vibration throughout the day is undeniable. The question is, what are you feeding with your attention? Because that grows. And here's the key insight. You're not obligated to turn everything that happens into a personal experience. Not at all. You are the one who decides what vibrates within you. By cultivating intuition and a sense of presence in the now, you begin to become a wise filter between what enters and what exits your field of reality. It's like tuning a radio dial. Change the frequency, change the music. And speaking of frequency, there's something essential we need to understand about thoughts and how they connect with the language of the universe. Every thought that arises in your mind is like a cloud in the sky of consciousness. Some pass by quietly, others form thick and dark, demanding attention, but none of them are permanent. They come and go, and it's up to you to decide which one to focus on. This simple act of observing without attachment is already a practice of intuition and presence in the now. You are not the thought, you are the one who sees it. Understand this, just because a thought appears doesn't mean it deserves to be nourished. That's where the practice of saying, "No, thank you," comes in, literally. You know that old fear of failure? Instead of fighting it, try observing it with kindness. Then clearly deny it your energy. "Thank you, fear, but not today." By doing this, you redirect your creative force. You tell the universe, with clarity, what vibration you're willing to maintain. It's a vote, a vibrational command, and the universe listens, not to your words, but to your resonance. Where intuition matters more than logic, and vibration sets the rules. Those who play unconsciously become pieces. Those who awaken become players. And the difference lies in how clearly you read the signs. Think of a card game where only some know the rules. Those who know how to bluff, to observe, to stay silent at the right moment, gain advantage. It's the same with the universe. When you feed thoughts of trust, creation, expansion, you emit a frequency that says, "Yes, I want more of this." And here's the fascinating part. The universe responds with more synchronicities, more open paths, more intuitive clarity. It's like planting mental seeds. Some you water, others you let dry. With every decision you make, you are moving forces, and the more you expand your perception of yourself and of the whole, the more mastery you gain over the board. It's your vibrational field saying, not here, but when something is true, you feel expansion, lightness, a sparkle in your eyes. That's the language of the subconscious, translated through resonance. Don't overthink, feel. Your navigation system comes built in, and little by little, you begin shaping your inner reality. But this communication with the universe only becomes truly clear when you learn to observe your own attention. Here's the paradox. To create, you must allow. The great portal of communication with the universe only opens in the now, in the moment when you stop trying to control and start feeling. And the now is the field where every move is revealed. Try this. Write down the insights that come throughout the day, even if they seem disconnected. Often, they're messages from your higher self, gently guiding you toward a new reality. But to hear this calling, you must learn to listen with more than just your ears. Since your very first breath in this realm, an ancient wisdom has walked beside you. Where your attention goes, there your magic grows. Here's a simple practice. When you wake up, before opening your eyes, ask, what do I want to consecrate today with my presence? And here lies a deeper secret. What you resist with intensity also anchors itself in your vibrational field. The universe doesn't understand denial. It understands frequency. That's why resisting something with hatred is just as powerful as loving something with devotion. Only you end up manifesting the opposite of what you desire. The universe doesn't operate with words, but with symbols, frequencies, and silences full of meaning. Every time you set the eyes of your soul on something, an idea, an emotion, an image, you are consecrating it as real within your field. Consciousness is the altar, attention is the offering, and the universe, it responds like an oracle, echoing the energy you invoked. It's as if you carried within you an invisible wand. The challenge is to silence the outside noise and trust more in the messages within. But beware, the ego loves to impersonate intuition. It speaks loudly, promises quick pleasure, demands immediate gratification. True intuition is patient, steady, and gentle. It doesn't convince, it invites. Faced with any decision, ask yourself, does this expand or contract my being? Capable of awakening dormant vibrations with a single internal gesture. When you place your attention on something, you ignite a flame. If that flame is fueled by love, gratitude, beauty, the fire illuminates. But if it's fed by fear, anger, or guilt, it burns and consumes. It's the same fire, the same energy, but the purpose shifts with your resonance. The reality you live in is not a straight line. It's a multidimensional board where pieces move with and without your command. Expanding consciousness is like removing the blindfold and realizing there's much more behind what things appear to be. Life is a game, but not just any game. It's a subtle game, governed by invisible laws. Observing mental pattern, diving into the subconscious, noticing repetitive cycles, puts you one step ahead. The secret is to see what ordinary eyes can't. Expanding consciousness isn't about collecting information. It's about making space for a new way of seeing. You can feel before you understand. Silence can reveal more than 1,000 words. In the silence, between one thought and the next, there's a voice. It doesn't shout, it doesn't impose, but when you hear it, everything changes. That voice is your intuition, the direct channel between your soul and the whole. It doesn't need logic, it feels, it knows, and when you follow it, even without knowing why, you realize there's a higher synchronicity guiding the path. Have you noticed how the body warns before the mind? When something is out of alignment, your chest tightens, your stomach churns, your energy drops. What expands, follow it. What contracts, release it. And by following that trail, you dissolve doubts and connect to the flow of creation. And when this becomes a habit, something even deeper begins to unfold. Owning this is challenging, but freeing. You realize that the present is a sacred tool for creation. The universe is a mystical mirror, reflecting the self-image you sustain. To purify the mind, guard your emotions, elevate your frequency is not spiritual vanity, it's energetic hygiene. Want to transform your life? Clean the inner temple. If the universe reads your vibration, then your subconscious is the book where it's written, and this book has a magical trait. It believes everything you repeat with emotion. It doesn't matter if it's true or illusion. If you repeat it with faith, it accepts it as law. That's why repeating powerful affirmations is not just self-help. It's alchemy. It's vibrational reprogramming. Your mind is a garden. Your thoughts are seeds. Repetition is the water. Want to change your self-image? Choose a phrase that represents who you want to become. I am worthy of the best. Repeat it every day. You anchor that identity into your vibrational field, and then your outer reality begins to reflect what you've nourished within. Remember, the subconscious doesn't distinguish past from present. It lives everything as if it were now. That's why, when you relive an old wound, you attract it again. The antidote: conscious repetition, not to pretend, but to transform, to create a new inner cycle. And the more you vibrate in what you desire to become, the more the universe rearranges everything so that it manifests. And then you realize you're not speaking to the void, but to something much greater. If something inside you resonated with this message, maybe it's because your soul is ready for more. More clarity, more presence, more awareness. And the most beautiful part is, this path begins where you are, with what you have right now. But only you can take that step. So tell me in the comments, what was the most powerful insight you had? What small shift will you apply today? At the end of the day, when you speak to the universe, you're talking to your deepest self, to the consciousness that sees all, feels all, and responds with divine precision. You are the artist and the canvas, the spell and the sorcerer, the question and the answer. Everything you see out there is a reflection of what vibrates in here. And when that clicks, something awakens. Observe your feelings, your words, your daily affirmations. Everything vibrates, everything creates, everything returns. You are the channel, the instrument, and also the source. There is no separation between what you ask for and what you manifest. Only a thin line of attention. Feel, align yourself, tune in. Because when you resonate with your highest essence, the entire universe responds as if it had been waiting just for that. Now tell me, if you truly are the field that creates the reality around you, why keep feeding what limits you? How long will you keep ignoring the signs that the universe has been sending? You don't need to have all the answers, but you must begin asking the right questions. How's your vibration right now? What have you been affirming about yourself every day, even unconsciously? What kind of reality have you been allowing your subconscious to manifest? And of course, if this message touched something true inside you, subscribe to the channel now and turn on notifications, because this journey is just beginning. And in the next videos, we'll go even deeper together, so that you align your frequency, transform your reality, and remember what you never stopped being.